What is up, guys, and welcome back to the episode on the F122 Mobile Racing Career Mode. Yes, we are still continuing the series, even though we are alive and well into the F1 2023 Mobile Racing Update. This is episode number 39 for today for the penultimate round of Season 6 at the Japanese Grand Prix. So if you guys did miss the previous episode, definitely be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. We are still in the title fight then against Charles Leclerc here, but we're going to need a strong weekend here at Suzuka Circuit to try to see if we can minimize the damage here. And you can clearly see that this time, we're not actually going to be skipping qualifying. We're actually going to be doing the qualifying session itself. And I have a fair reason why. I mean, for some reason, around Suzuka, the AI are extremely good at qualifying. And literally every time I start from last, it never ends up well. We have had some decent success around starting last, but overall, it's just not that fun. And really, the entertainment is just not there. So we're going to be doing the qualifying session here to try and see where we can land ourselves for tomorrow's Grand Prix then. As you saw earlier, Charles Leclerc was on provisional pole position here, so let's see if we can spoil his party here. If we make our way through Degner 1 and Degner 2, I think that's what it's called, and now towards the hairpin, and then late on the brakes down the second here. This is a place where you can make up quite a bit of time on the AI though, luckily, so hopefully we can carry that speed down this back part of the circuit. It's not even really straight, it's just more of an extremely long curve here. But we gotta minimize the steering application to try and maximize the speed. We're going through Spoon curve, part 1 and part 2, touching the outside a little bit. These outside parts of the track are extremely ruthless here, and they will spin you out, they'll slow you down. I mean, it's kind of annoying to be honest. And anyways then, green in the first sector, purple in the second sector, so that is pretty promising. So we'll see how that ends up in the later stages of this lap as we go into the chicane then, getting a nice run through there. Now sticking to the right hand side to minimize the run then towards the line here as we charge our way towards the line here, sticking to the right hand side. Across the line we go, and it's only going to be PA. We split the two McLarens here, so not the most ideal result, but it's not last, of course. We do have a bit of work then to do for tomorrow's race. Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Norris, us, Ricardo, well, you get the rest of it. Ocon, Alonso, Bottas, Guanyu, Gasly, Schumacher, yada 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 yada. I think you guys can get the idea here. Let's go. It's a 5 red lights for the Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go then for the Japanese Grand Prix. The decent start for against the McLarens and the Mercedes here. Ocon behind us in the Alpine, waiting to pick up the scraps. So make our way into turn 1 on the inside of Norris. You're trying to think about a move on the inside of George Russell, but that is not going to happen for the time being here, as we now tuck up behind him, getting the nice slipstream here. Through the S-curve we go. It's a lot easier to take this in the F1 mobile game compared to, the F1 23 game, F1 22, even real life here. As, I mean, it's not really exactly accurate. But we do get a great run, though, on George Russell into Degner 1 on the inside we go. Go a little bit wide there, just to manage to keep it on the track. But we nearly run straight into the back of Hamilton in the process here. But luckily the oh my goodness, the slipstream is still working well as we go on the inside. Not one but two guys, a huge dive bomb. Just managed to get past Sergio Perez and the Red Bull here. Of course, the AlphaTauri, the sister Red Bull team here. The sister Red Bull team showing who is boss. Anyways, then making our way into Spoon Curve for the first time in this Grand Prix here. Leclerc still leads the way from Sainz. Then you got Verstappen in third, and us, of course, in fourth here. As we now make our way down the back straight here, trying to pick up a distant slipstream from the cars in front here. We'll see how Perez does behind. I think Perez is slightly closer to us than we are to Verstappen. And of course, that Red Bull is very, very quick finish here. Like Perez, I think, is thinking about a move, but he'll decide to stay behind for now. We do catch up to the Red Bull of Max Verstappen pretty well though in the brake zone. Now we got a decent run with the slipstream here, but look at the straight line speed difference with the Red Bull as he just starts to pull away here, trying to grab the slipstream then from Carlos Sainz here as we make our way into turn 1 here. On the inside we go. We squeeze Verstappen out. That sets us up into the podium places, and then we have a clear run at the two Ferraris to try and get past him, but we need to get the lead Ferrari here, and that is Charles Leclerc here. That is the more important driver. We need to get past Sainz. Don't care about too much. He's not really in the title fight at the moment here, but it's me versus Leclerc right now in the title showdown. So We need to get our head down and try to get past these guys as quickly as we can and build a gap, because you never know what can happen in the Grand Prix. Into turn, was it 6, 7? I have no idea. Anyways, coming into the hairpin, then are we going to have another hairpin launch? I think we're going to do it again on the inside of both Ferraris here. Get the car slowed down, get the car returned in, and just like that, we're up to P1 then of the Japanese Grand Prix. And now our goal is to try and build a gap to Charles Leclerc. That Ferrari is very quick in the straight line and very, very quick through the corners then, so it's going to be a bit of pressure for us for the time being here. But as long as we drive cleanly and keep the car on the track, I think we should be alright as we make our way down the back straight. Leclerc 3.5 tenths behind us, and then you got Sainz to the 6 tenths behind, and so we'll see how this ends up once we start lap 3 here as we come into 130R here. Leclerc, he's 2.5 tenths behind us. He's starting to close up here. He's thinking about a move on the inside. We're going to block the inside though, defend the inside line well, get the car turned in, focus on a decent exit. And now let's see if we can hold him off into turn 1 here. Leclerc just behind us here as we now make our way onto the main straight and to start the final lap then of this Japanese Grand Prix here. Been a decent race for us so far, but we still got 1 lap and plenty of time here to make a mistake. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Into turns 1 and 2, keeping it nice and tidy then. Now, through the S-curves. 3, 4, looking good right now. Turn 5, still looking good here. Turn 6, nice and smooth. Now getting that undercut line here. Turn 7 here, now coming towards, I think this is turn 8 potentially. And now towards the start of second 2, Degner 1, Degner 2, turns 9 and 10. Down to 3rd gear. Keep the car on the road. Don't hit that outside stuff, because that outside stuff, it will slow you down massively. Into the hairpin we go. Turn 12 here. On down the 2nd gear here. Turn the car. Get on the power nice and early. You got this long curve here. Turn 13. I think so. I'm not 100% sure here, but who cares? Anyways, then making our way towards Spoon Curve. Spoon Curve, 2 corners in 1. You're trying to treat it as 1 long corner here. 14 here. Nice apex here. Now turn 15 here. The car doing a little bit understeer there. We just managed to keep it out of that dirty stuff here. And now down this back straight here. We've pulled a gap to Leclerc. 2.2 seconds here as we make our way towards second 3. 130 our turn 17 here. Sorry, turn 16 here. Then the chicanes are 17 and 18 as we make our way to the chicane for 1 more time in this Grand Prix. Down to 2nd gear. Clip both apexes. Turn 19 is the last turn here of this figure 8 circuit. And we're going to come across the line then to win the Japanese Grand Prix ahead of the Ferraris and the Red Bulls and the Mercedes and the McLarens here as we come home with 1 and take the fastest lap, 26 points versus Leclerc's 18. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode for the finale.